Hello everyone, welcome to McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5 Between the Streams 7 and 8. And we join this program with the digging already in progress. This is me digging. There's some gravel, there's some cobble. I'm extending my base walls at this point. I'd say the roof is done for now, and I'm extending the walls around the main chamber, so they're 30 blocks out from the walls of the giant hole in the middle. So the plan is to have a 16 wide block of grass, and then sort of stairs going up to that next level, and the next level will be grass and possibly extensions of the place. We'll see how it goes, but I'm just digging digging it out. So I think this might be the last wall around the top here. So when you get past the sugarcane farm, and here there's that block of sand there, that's the end of the 30 blocks. And so, as I suspected, it's a bit lopsided, the main chamber, so I want it to be symmetrical, so I'm extending it out on each side a little bit further. And as usual, I've got plenty of storage troubles because I haven't got a storage room yet, and that'll be one of the, when I finally finish the main chamber, that'll be one of the first rooms I make, will be the storage room, which I think I will make. I'll just basically make a room out of chests. I think that'll look cool. I liked how it looked in season 3, but this time the floors will be actually, ground. Oh, we had some pillagers came out of nowhere. Every now and again they spawn in. I don't know if they drop in. Like that one, I think was just one pillager. So, but I remember killing off a couple more later on. So I don't know whether they were the same group or if it was different. I don't know. So I think I'm getting pretty close to the edge here of the 30 blocks. And then I'm digging down, so when I finish this side, see now it's done, I just go and empty all the stuff out. I'll have a break. So I'm emptying out all my stuff, and so I do a bit of digging, then I do a bit of XP grinding, then I do a bit more digging, XP grinding, so on. Doing a bit of sorting out of the stuff as we go, like the last one of the between the streams, and like the last episode, I really just want to get all this done, so it takes ages, and it's just what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm extending it out now. I think is this the last one on this side as well? It should be. I think it is. There's the sand. Have a little break here for something or other. You can tell I have a little break when I lock myself in a little room. Get my breath back. Okay, so where this gap in the ground is, that's where the hole is. So yeah, I think I've still got a few more blocks to go on this side, on 3 of the 4 sides anyway. So yeah, I've got so much cobblestone. I'm just toying with the idea of just trashing it, because I don't really use it. I'm not using it for anything in this world so much. Or I might collect it just to see how much cobblestone I can collect. And so now I'm starting the villager farm. So I'm starting a tunnel just off that the side of the chamber that's done. I'm just extending it, putting a tunnel out, because I'm just going to do a little bit of that each time while I'm digging out this main chamber. So I'm not just digging out this chamber the whole time. I'm doing something else as well, and I'm trying to get a silk touch diamond shovel so I can collect grass blocks for the inside of the villager compound. So that's what I'm using the XP I grind for. So it doesn't take me too long either. I think it takes me like 2 goes to get the silk touch diamond shovel, which is pretty good. And then I can go back to trying to enchant my axe to get efficiency and unbreaking on it. And I'd say one thing about building your base on bedrock is you get lots of diamonds. I've got, I think by the end of this I have 6 diamond blocks and another bunch of diamonds. So that's good. So yeah, just do a little bit of oh yeah, so the other thing I wanted to do was check, because I know you're not supposed to have your villager farm directly under a village or near a village. So I just wanted to see how far away from the village I had to go to get outside of the the village location. So I figured I'd go out about 50 odd blocks or so, I think. I can't remember. But so luckily I was heading away from the village, so I just extended it a little bit further so I couldn't see the village, and I think I should be okay there. I don't think it's going to matter anyway, because the village doesn't have any beds or doors, so anyway, so alright, just continuing extensions. So we're still going to have the mine on the, I call it the right side. It'll still be there, but it might get extended out a bit more. And I think what I'll do from now on is for my mining, I'll just extend the perimeter of the chamber by 2 blocks and just do tunnels like in concentric squares. So so yeah, if I need to extend it, it won't be as time consuming, hopefully. So yeah, fill in this lava. I think that's the end of that section. Now I work on the villager farm. just using the same method I've used in the last couple of episodes. I'm going for a beautiful stone brick cobble design, and I'm planning on using glowstone in the roof to keep it lit, and yeah, and I'll have the potential to, you know, have as many stories of the villager farm as I need. But I don't think I'll need too many, if I need more than one at all. Like, I'm just going to try and level up all the villagers as I go. So yeah, we're getting some animals spawning in. We're getting our merchants spawning in. I really need to make a what do you call it? I want to. That's where I'll put it too. I think I'll do it over near the enchantment table. Actually, maybe I'll. I don't know. I'm going to do a farm setup with cows, and I think I might just have the chicken, like what I've been doing, these chicken farms where it's just like, because I don't really use chickens for anything except for the eggs for the villagers. So what I'll do is I'll just make one of those chambers for the eggs. Hopefully make it a little bit neater than the last one. So yeah, I just do a side of this chamber at a time and then go back to digging. So we're nearly, by the end of this between the streams, you'll see we're nearly at the end of the villager farm perimeter. I think I need to go up a few more blocks, but it's nearly done the outside, and then I can work on the inside. Cause yeah, I feel like I'll be doing this for a while yet. Yeah, I'm stoked having the skeleton farm. It's awesome. And so yeah, when the skeletons just refuse to jump in, I just do a little bit of clearing out of the ground underneath the spawner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I know I just want to clear it out, and then I'll probably fill it up with cobble or just make it a nice big square, so it's safer, I would say. I might even just make it a big floating thing. I don't know. I thought about turning it into a giant skeleton head, but I need to get the measurements right first, and it's going to be huge. So, because it goes up, I don't know how high it even goes. It goes like 20 odd blocks in the air, so it would be even more digging. But you know, something to think about in the future. It'll be so big you wouldn't be able to actually see what it is. I've always wanted to have a spawner encased in like a giant statue of what it is, you know. But I think it would just be so big, like I think it would just be a giant skeleton head. I don't know, maybe. I really want to get a storage room. That would be great. I might have a storage room and then just have... That's what I might do. I'll have a storage room and then have a cobble storage room around the spawner, so it's not a complete waste of space. I'll just store all my cobble in there because there will be so much cobble. It is ridiculous how much cobble there is. So yeah, I find I don't have any problems with materials. The problem is just the time it's taking to do all of these things that I want to do, which it doesn't really bother me. Like I'm quite happy to do it. It's just yeah, I don't think it makes for super exciting videos, but I don't care. It doesn't really bother me that much. I've actually been talking more on these between the streams than on the actual episodes, because I'm pretty much doing the same thing on the episodes. I just don't want to, I just do them. I figure, like, I don't really understand what streaming is, so if people want to talk, come in and talk, then I guess that's what you do. But do people really talk all the time when they stream? I'm not sure. Like, all the streamers I watch are really sort of popular anyway, so they're always talking to other people. I don't know. More XP grinding. Have I got my shovel yet? Am I going for it now? Ah, right. So I finished the outside and now I'm doing the inside. So these 16, I'm going out 16 blocks of sand, and that's going to be that's the edge of the ground that's going to be around the giant hole in the middle. But as I was doing this, I realized that I'll have to dig out probably further back away from the sand, the edge of those 16 blocks, because that 16th block has to be on the lowest possible spot. So the way I figure is that I'll just leave those sand lines there, and then when they're all down on the ground, then it'll be done, and then I can... the extension, the sort of rise, around the edges of it will be there, and then so just when you thought there wasn't enough digging, there's some more digging. So this is, another side of the my goal for this villager farm is to have a way in and out of the farm that is not a complete pain, so I can just go in and out really easily. Oh, here we go, there's some more pillagers that just appeared. It's nothing more satisfying than killing pillagers, I don't think. Especially when they kill you in an old series. So yeah, I'm thinking something in the doorway I might be able to block off the sides to the villager farm, and then have like a series of doorways that so the villagers can't get out. Because the other thing that I need to be able to do with the villagers, is to be able to get rid of all of the beds in case villagers attack. So then I can pillagers turn up. If there's no beds, they don't invade. That's my theory. That's the theory I've been following. I mean, it's if the pillagers turn up in here, it wouldn't be a. I feel like I've learned my lesson from season 3. I should be able to take out a villager invasion without getting killed. I'd just be super patient about it. But yeah, I think I'd like to test that theory anyway to see if you got rid of all the beds inside a villager farm and you killed the pillagers, would the raid start, the pillager raid? And if it would sort of follow that if it doesn't work, if the raid doesn't start like in the villager on the surface, I don't see why it would start in the thing underground if there's no doors and there's no beds. Because that's how Minecraft identifies a village. So not that I don't really sleep, but I've got a bed. As I was saying that, I remembered I've got a bed out in the middle of the hole, so I need to dig that up, because I don't really sleep in this world. I just sort of, because I only sleep when I'm going to the surface, because I'm underground and it's all well lit and so yeah, we're doing some obsidian digging again. Nearly get that double chest full of obsidian. That's crazy. That's so much obsidian. Some more XP grinding. Level am I going for here? 28. More obsidian digging. You can see I've gone I've forgotten, I don't do the putting dirt in the obsidian holes anymore. I just leave it empty so I don't have to change I can just dig through the obsidian. Alright, last chunk. This is an epic chunk because my alarm went off. I do an alarm for these videos, so after half an hour the alarm goes off and I immediately edit the video just so I don't have to do it all at once. And my alarm went off, but I had my device on mute, so I couldn't hear it. So I went for an extra 15 minutes, but luckily it fat in. It fat into the time limit. I don't like these between the streams going longer than half an hour, so that's about the limit of my waffling. I can only waffle for half an hour. So after half an hour of waffling, I lose all my waffling steam. So we're getting there. You can see I'm starting digging down, and then I realized, okay, I've got to drop those sand blocks down to the lowest point. So I start extending it out and then dropping it down, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. I can see me just using a ton of glowstone in this world if I want. I could literally just make the entire roofs of this place glowstone. It should be awesome. I've thought about making like a fake sky, so having like blue and white wool as like a fake sky, so you can have clouds and sky and the sun and stuff. But I don't know, maybe one day. I just thought it would be funny. So instead of it looking like a big concrete box, it sort of looks like a movie set or something. Maybe if I get lots of sheep. But then how would I light it is the thing. Would I have lights? I've thought about that too, because once you get the one of those villagers sells the torch, the lanterns, so I could just have tons of lanterns hanging down from the roof, which would be cool. I've thought about that too. Alright, we're getting near the end of this episode of Between the Streams. Here's me extending out. So you can see that's how high I've got the villager farm. I've probably got to go up. One more block will be the half block, and then another block for the space between the top bits, and then another block up. So that's 3 blocks higher that I need to go for the top of the villager farm, and then then I can start working on the inside. And then after that we'll probably have to work on getting some villagers in there. So I'm going to have to make some train lines, and I think I'll just run them down the steps. I'm not going to try the villager runs that I did in the last season, because that was a disaster. That was just so annoying. I'm just going to go the train lines, I think. Or I could try a boat. That's the other thing I could try. I might do that. Apparently you can put a leash on a boat. So I wonder if you put a villager in a boat, you could drag it by leash. Anyway, I'll look that up. So just finishing up this part. Got about... So this brings us to the end of another episode of McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5, Between the Streams. Between episodes 7 and 8. And thanks. I'll see you later.